All right, welcome back to Make Every Day Amazing. I am your host, Todd Harmeson, and I want to welcome, if you're a first-time listener, welcome to my podcast. I hope you enjoy this. Hope you find it motivational. Hope you find yourself in a great place after listening to my podcast and find yourself let's just say, you see a different outlook on life. You understand how I see every day as amazing and see that as an opportunity for you, my listener. If you're returning, welcome back. It's great to have you as a returning listener. It's exciting to see the podcast taking off and getting more viewers and more listeners, I guess I should say. Really not viewing much on a podcast. But just for the record, you can find me on YouTube as well. So I've got my podcasts out there. YouTube, is launching podcasts now with literally hundreds of million viewers a day on YouTube. It only made sense for them to take off and add podcasts to their network and the way YouTube operates. So I'm taking advantage of that, most certainly. If at any point during this podcast you want to speak with me, you want to talk with me, you want to learn how you can make every day amazing, simply go to my website, toddharmeson.com, and on there you'll find a contact button. Find everything you'd like to know about me, about what makes every day amazing, and just click on that contact, fill out some information, it'll shoot me a note, let me know who you are, and we will connect. So today I wanted to talk about podcast and how this podcast has changed my life and how it plays such an important role in my attitude and how I make every day amazing. So if you've been listening to me, you know that I really have gained a passion for doing this podcast. It is my opportunity to talk to the world about who I am, the journey that I've been on for the past, honestly, 52 years of my life. And I find that on the days that I do my podcast, it really helps me be in a much better place mentally, because I'm getting an opportunity to share my story, share my passion with you, my listeners. And that, I find that that's really important in life. Every day when we get up, we start our day with our morning routine. You have to set what that morning routine looks like. Every person has a different morning routine. Now, certainly your morning routine establishes what your day is going to be like. For me, for example, I start my morning every morning bright and early, and first thing I do is when I wake up, I grab my phone and I look at my calendar. That is the very first thing I do. Before the restroom, before brushing my teeth, before getting up and having breakfast, the first thing I do is I grab that calendar and I look at what do I have on my plate for the day. Because quite honestly, if I don't look at that calendar first thing, there is a risk that I'll miss something very important that I need in order to be successful for the day. Maybe it's a meeting at 8 a.m. Maybe it's an appointment that I'm supposed to be at. Maybe it's an appointment with you, one of my listeners. And I that would just be awful. I wouldn't, I'd be beside myself if I missed an important event like that. So the first thing I do is I look at my calendar, assess what time I need to be where and what the tasks are, the priorities of the day. That establishes the rest of the 14, 16, 18 hours in the day for me. Now after I've seen my calendar, know what time my first appointment is, now I can get up, enjoy the morning routine of getting showered, getting dressed, and just part of getting showered and getting dressed and starting your day helps you mentally be in a good place. You ever notice that on a day that you don't get up, you just kind of lay in bed, or you sit in your recliner, or you sit on the couch all day? It does something mentally. You're relaxed, but your mind is relaxed. Your mind is not as crisp. You're not as focused on the day when you're doing that. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. There are certainly times that we as humans need to have a refreshment day. A day that we're refreshing our minds, a day that we're relaxing, a day that we're able to turn off the meetings and the social media and the calls and the everything, just to rest and rejuvenate ourselves. Spend the day with loved ones, and revitalize yourself. That is so important. But most days are not like that. Most days we all have to get up and go to work, or we get up and we have to do something that provides for our families and provides for our livelihoods. For me, it's getting up, and first thing is, again, I check the calendar. Next, I'm looking at social media. I'm getting my news. What's going on around me? What's going on in the world? Things that are important to me, I want to know about. And then I'm starting out with a breakfast. Every day we should have breakfast. We've heard that all your life, man. Everybody says breakfast is the most important meal. And it is important. The days that I get up that I have breakfast, my mind is more crisp. I'm more refreshed. I'm ready to start the day in a positive manner. Have that breakfast. Enjoy that social media. Catch up on my emails. Start my morning so that when I do get out of the house, I've already accomplished things in the day. By 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, I've already accomplished to-do items and tasks that are on my everyday agenda. As funny as that may seem, literally on my morning routine, it talks about I have blocked off time for social media monitoring. I have time for checking my email. I have time scheduled for breakfast. I have time scheduled for lunch. I have time scheduled for dinner. Priorities to me. Okay, I enjoy to eat. Eating is something that I enjoy. And I put that on my calendar so that I can plan the rest of my day. I plan everything. My wife and I share a calendar. My kids still have access to the family calendar so that we can see each other and what each other is doing and things that are going on and family events. The family dinners pop up so all the kids are seeing that information. We've had that family calendar going since my kids first got their phones when they were young teenagers. That's how we managed the life with 3 children and always being on the go with sports and work and businesses and off-duty employment things through the police department. My wife and I were very busy and the kids were very busy, but we managed it because we maintained self-discipline for scheduling these events on our calendar. And that's very important. That's my routine every day. When I get up, every single day, including Saturday, including Sunday, I start the same way every single day. Just for the record, I finish my day in the same manner. When I lay down to go to bed, the last thing I do is I grab my phone and I look at my calendar to see what's on tap for tomorrow. I don't know how many times I've gone to bed 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah, I know I'm old. I'm 52 years old. I like to go to bed early. That's just me. I've always been somebody that, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm headed for bed. But that's because normally 6 a.m. that alarm clock goes off every morning. I'm a morning person, But I lay down. I don't know how many times I've looked at tomorrow's calendar and went, oh my gosh, I forgot about that appointment. I forgot about that meeting at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Maybe I have to adjust the time I get up so that I still have time to do my morning routine. Check my calendar, check my social media, check my email, respond to messages that came in overnight, have my breakfast, get showered, get dressed, be dressed for a successful day. Every day is an amazing day. We have to take steps to make sure that we're gaining the full potential of every day. You wake up of a morning, that's a successful day. You woke up. We're above ground. The day can only get better, assuming we do our part to make every day amazing. I hope you found this enlightening. I hope you find this helpful to you so that you too can take steps in your life to transform and see the change in you as a person when you realize that you control, that you are the one that can make every day amazing. Go to my website, toddharmeson.com. Check it out. Learn more about the Make Every Day Amazing campaign. When you're ready, click on Contact Me. Give me your information so that you can get on my calendar and we can talk one-on-one about the opportunities for you and how you can learn to make every day amazing. Till then, be safe and make every day amazing.